Welcome back. Another installment of our grinder shootout. So you'll notice behind us we have some lovely machines from Weber Workshops. These two are ours and they were kind enough to provide this one. You'll see why in just a minute. But we have two EG1s and one key. You'll see the key in a later video, but today we're going to be focusing on the EG1, most specifically two sets of discs that come out of the EG1. Not really looking into the EG1 as a grinder necessarily. There are tons of videos out there on that thing, but about how it tastes to me. So today we're going to be looking at one coffee on both sets of discs at the same TDS, about 1.45 TDS, brewed on the Birds. Just thought it was a really awesome opportunity to showcase this really cool brew. It's a little different. If you want more information about the Bird, I'm certain there are videos out there for that too. Today we're just going to be really talking about taste. So let's get into it. Okay, like always, I have it. We know that the coffee TDSs are really close and they've been randomized, so I don't particularly know which one is which. If you have a keen eye, you may be able to pick it up on video. I'm going to do my very best to not know. It doesn't really help us if I know what they are. So we have the Ultra discs in this grinder, and we have the Core discs in this other grinder. And I just couldn't find any real information about what they tasted like and why they were so different from each other. We know one has a lower fines content, or at least that's its selling point, and the other has a medium fines. Is kind of how they describe it. But just from the Burr architecture, I could tell they were going to make some pretty different cup profiles. So I'm really excited to just taste these two together and see how it goes. Cup one. Both cups. Okay, they do have a bit of a difference in the kind of fragrance or aroma of the cup. One's a little bit more intense, where another one's a bit more muddled. I don't know if that's maybe a cup thing, maybe a coffee thing. Today we're drinking Jameson Savage's Finca Deborah Terroir Geisha. This is our black label. If you're watching this video right when it comes out, this is the coffee we just released. If you're watching it later, you should definitely try some. Truly beautiful Panamanian geisha from a really storied producer. This lot got third in the 2023 or 24 WBC. It got first, second, and third from Finca Deborah. So yeah, he does okay. Cup one, mega sweet, like big citrus, but like really kind of cooked citrus, like maybe like pound cake or any kind of like maybe like any kind of citrus baked good that you might be thinking of, the lemon cookies or whatever. Cup two is a bit more floral, a bit more like that classic geisha profile that we're kind of come to know, like big snappy jasmine, bergamot kind of fragrances. Oh wow, quite a different. Same flavor notes, but a really different textural progression. One cup is a little bit more rounded. The other cup is a little bit more kind of soft and silky and more tea-like in texture, but at the same TDS. It's a bit interesting. Yeah. Kind of as their kind of cups are cooling down a bit, we're getting a little bit more transparency, more like of the stone fruits and citruses, complexity. This cup here is a bit more rounded and full. Let's see what this other cup's like. Wow. Yeah, really stark differences between the two cups. It's honestly more than I expected to be seen. We did this kind of earlier just to make sure that we weren't insane. But the cups are quite different. Texturally is how the biggest difference, and some of the acidities are pretty different from the two cups. Yeah, the second cup here is just a lot more, for me, a lot more like vibrant and transparent, a little bit more of that unimodal flavor profile that you may be looking for, you may not be looking for. Where the second cup is again a bit rounder, a bit fuller. Still very fragrant, still very geisha. It's not like hiding anything. It's just a different expression of the same thing. For me, the difference is as stark as like whole milk and 2% milk or whole milk and skim milk. It's a big textural difference. And I don't say that as actually a qualitative thing, but more of a quantitative as far as like just the amount of texture. While these are cooling down a little bit to give us that really last cold flavor, which I really like to take, I'll talk to you a little bit about the brew method. So this is 25 grams into 400 mils in the Bird at 200 degrees. So this is kind of just a profile that we worked on. It's actually relatively similar to my Brewer's Cup profile from last year. We stirred at a 3-minute total dwell time with about a 3-minute and a half, 3-minute 45-second total vacuum up. So basically, as you spin the thing on the top, it basically pulls that basket through the water, so it makes a vacuum in the bottom to move the coffee liquid down, and then yielding about a 1.45 TDS. This is with our stock water here in Raleigh. Relatively simple filtration system, so nothing too out of the ballpark. If you want to replicate our water, it's about basically if you make third wave but a little less strong. So we use like the half third wave is the thing we talk about around here. Basically use 1 packet to make 2 gallons. It's really similar to our water here in Raleigh. If you don't care about that, that's fantastic as well. So let's see kind of one final breakdown as the coffees have cooled. It is a Finca Deborah wash geisha, so it is everything you'd expect from both grinders. This cup is a bit more bergamot for me, like a bit more that classic, really citrusy, but like really heavy and full. Man, that's a lovely cup. This might actually score a tiny bit better in the Brewer's Cup by the Brewer's Cup rules, just because the textural intensity is so high. And the sweetness is, off the charts. But wow, this is more of that like transparent, really almost see-through cup that a lot of people really love. And I also do as a early proponent to the EK. This is that flavor profile, maybe even a tiny bit cleaner than what I'm used to from the EK. Oh, massive florals, big, really fresh citrus. Lots of like these fresher citrus fruits, where this is a tiny bit more on the cooked. This is a little bit more on that fresh, really vibrant expression of those things. Almost zesty, like lemon zest or lime zest in a really, really cool way. Awesome. Moment of truth. Let's see what's what. Oh, I hope I'm not wrong. I am not. Thankfully. Oh, very, very nervous. So this cup would be the core discs, which is just kind of the medium fine disc, which is kind of known for. And then this cup is going to be the ultra discs. So again, this may be right in line with what they marketed, but this is our experience. Yeah. Another grinder shootout. Join me next time as we do something totally different again. Thanks.